Okay, so this little Mustang, I've been riding him for about 4 months now. And he's gentling down. He's got really tough feet. But I'm going to go ahead and shoe him anyway because he needs to learn how to be shod. About metal clacking on his feet. And because he's going to be available for sale in July at the Vegas Mustang show. So anyway, as you can see, his feet are pretty big. They're fairly outgrown. I mean, overgrown. They're not really hindering him, but they're kind of pan-footed. He needs to be either trimmed or shod. And so that's what I'm going to do. Now this horse has been, I've laid him down before a few months ago, and so he knows what this leg hobble is. This is a leg hobble that I use. I use it for quite a bit of things. Laying a horse down or hobbling the front leg up. If you're shoeing, it's really indispensable. So what you're gonna see me do here, I'm gonna hobble the front leg up and teach him that he can't jerk the leg away. And it's only gonna be hobbled up for a few minutes. I'll take it off and I'll do his other front foot, okay? Now when I do this is the first thing I do before I go to trim, because if you get a horse's foot up there and they go to jerking their leg away and they win, it's really hard on your hips, twisting and pulling on you. And then besides, they might jerk a nail and put a nail through it's just not worth it. So what I do, I take a little time and I do this. And this really works well for horses that want to pull their leg away from you. Front leg. Now I'm also going to do the front feet today. We're going to do the hind feet. That's another story. But I'm going to show you how that's going to work here. I'm going to hobble it up. So when I do this, I usually don't tie him up because I want him to be able to move around. Okay? And tying him up just makes it a little tougher. So what I might hold this like, so here's what you can do. I'll show you something that you can do on a green horse that has never had let's say he's never had a foot picked up before. You can take your lead rope like this and right behind the knee, see? And then let it down, okay? And then ask him again, like that, see? Just hold it, and then the same here. You can hold it with your hand like this, see? And then let it down, see? And by doing that, it teaches that horse that you're not gonna, when you ask for a horse's foot, a lot of times they think you're not gonna let go. You're gonna hold it forever. They don't understand. So by doing something like that, it's pretty easy, see? And then just let her down, just like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the other one. So I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna reach down here. See that chestnut thing? I just squeeze right here. I don't grab the hair down there. I squeeze right here. And then when their leg bends, I go like this, see? And I keep my back straight, see? And then I let it go. And I'll go back and forth. I did it on his other side. Now watch here what I'm gonna do. If I think he's gonna get away, I can do this a couple different ways. I just drape my arm in here. I can pick up on this here like this, squeeze right there. There, good. And then I do something like that, see? See how that works? Okay, just like that. And then I can let it down. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna put this leg hobble on there. Okay, do the same old thing here. Go up like this. I put this hobble on here like this. Put it right like that. I support it like this with my other hand. See, I put my hand in here like this. And then all I do is I take it like this roller buckle like this. There, now I got him, see? and I just leave it for a second. Just leave it be. And he might hop around there, he might rear up, and he might throw all kinds of fits. But it's okay because he can move around. Now, if he was tied from a drop rope up high, that would be okay. If you had a drop rope like from a tree or something, but you don't need that. See, he's okay with that, see. So I'm just gonna let him kind of fuss around there for a minute. I'm not gonna leave it forever, just a few minutes. And while he's got it up in the air like that, I'm gonna come in here and clean it out. I'm gonna go ahead and just clean it out. And you can shoe a horse like this. If they keep jerking their foot away from you, you can hobble it up and tack a shoe on like that too. See? And that's really good for a horse that leans on you. Because you go line and he starts to lean, you just step away and he'll go down on his knee and he'll step back, he'll get back up again. So you see how he's handling that pretty good? It's not his first time. He's had that foot hobbled up before, see? So what I'll do, I'll just take advantage of it and clean it out, and knife it out, kind of get to looking at it, see what I got to do here. No big deal. The main thing is he can't get that foot jerked away, so he never learns. He never learns to pull a foot away from you, or he never learns. And it's teaching him patience too. See, he never learns to lean on you or anything like that. Now, in just a few more minutes, I'll do, or not a few more seconds, I'll let that foot down. I'll do the other foot. I'll let this foot down. Notice it, I didn't keep it up there maybe, 5 minutes. Maybe 5, 10 minutes. Long enough to play a Johnny Cash song.
No, it wasn't 5. It was shorter than that.
I don't know. And then, okay. Now now watch, I'll just go back and forth. Now I'm gonna pick this foot up, okay? I'm gonna pick this foot up, okay? I'm gonna knife this. Now he's never had his foot between my legs before. That's the first time he's ever had that done. So I'm not gonna torque his knee around. I'm just gonna try to see he's just kind of struggling with that, but he's doing okay. He's holding together. So I'm gonna get the foot cleaned out and prepared.
So you're not going to hobble it again?
If I might, if he starts pulling it away from me, then I will. But a lot of times, there, see. Now, if I hadn't hobbled that foot, we'd have been hopping around here and carrying on. But see how he's okay?
Yep.
Now watch when I'm going to grab the toe, I'm going to reach in here, I'm going to support that bone, I'm going to step out of it, see? Just like that, okay? Okay, I'm not just going to let it drop. I'm going to support it, I don't want to scare him, okay? And I'm going to go over here to the other foot, same deal. See, so when he does, like I said before, when he does good, see how I do a little bit, then I'll let that foot go. Good, okay? That feels different to him. So I'm just gonna wait. He doesn't really like it, but I'm not. He's not, there he goes, there he goes. There, I'm not gonna be in a big old hurry. That's one reason why I like to do this myself, because a pro farrier, they got work to do. They got to get down the road. Pro farriers are not necessarily trainers. They're farriers. They're blacksmiths and shoers. They're not, a lot of them aren't that handy. I'm not saying they're not handy. I'm just saying quite a few of them don't go slow enough to just relax. See, he's kind of, I'm not getting after him, see. If I had the owner holding him right, or somebody holding him, they'd be scolding him, and it'd be too much for him, see. Or last thing I want is the owner holding on to him, monkeying around with him, feeding him cookies and talking to him and jacking around with him when they need to be figuring this out. Okay, you did real good.
So show us again how you're going to let it go.
Get around here to the side, you can see. So I'm going to put my hand here. I'm going to reach under, grab the shin bone, step right out and still hold it, okay? And if he wants to jerk it away, I don't let him jerk it away. If I'm gonna let the foot down and I'm gonna let it and he pulls it away, I stop, I pick it back up again. Don't let him think that he's pulling his foot away from you. Okay? Okay, now I'm gonna trim, I'm gonna nip. Notice how I just go back and forth and back and forth. And what that does is that builds this horse's confidence. He's thinking, oh, see how that don't bother him? He's thinking, oh, he's not gonna have my foot up there for 100 years. Okay, so a lot of times when you put the first nip to it like that, they don't like that usually. He did pretty good with it. He did okay with it. And I'm just gonna nip on around here. You can see he's got quite a bit of growth. Easy, buddy. It feels kind of funny to him. It doesn't hurt him. It just feels weird. I just walk it around there. He's doing really good, see. For a horse that's never had his feet handled much, he's really doing pretty good. Pretty good. Now watch. He wants to pull it away. I'm going to wait till he quit, see. I'm not going to set it down when he's trying to pull it away, okay? Because then he'll think that I'm accommodating him, and I'm not. He needs to wait. Right here is where he needs to learn patience. Okay? We'll roll around here. I'm going to do the same thing here. Nip this foot. I'm going to bang on it with my rasp like that, see? He knows I'm not just tippy-toeing around. I'm not scared. He needs to, there we go. Whoa. He's kind of unsure. He's not super sold on the idea. He's kind of trying to take it away from me. But I'm not making a big deal out of it. See, he doesn't like that. I'm going to finish nipping this foot here. Notice I don't have his leg all cranked out to the side. I try to get underneath of him, see? There, see, he did really good. So watch here, I'm gonna hold that till it feels no resistance, and then I'm gonna let it down, just like that. Okay, all right. So now I'm gonna rasp his other, I just go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I just go back and forth and back and forth. Notice he's pretty calm. I don't even have to have him tied. I'm not saying that you have to do that, but pretty good shape. I'm gonna go ahead and level this foot up here. Now, a lot of time, hand me that. There's a knife on the table, or on the there. A lot of times, when you go to I'm not going to take out a tremendous amount of sole. A lot of times these Mustangs will have it's kind of a false sole or a double sole, and it's just kind of the way they are, just the way they are. And right there, see, I get that out of there so it's pretty hygienic, see, like that. And then when I go to rasp, a lot of times they don't like the rasping sound. See, he doesn't like that, see. So I just get quiet.
Kind of let him settle.
Oh. So see how he didn't like that?
Yeah.
Oh, he just didn't like that, see. So I don't make a big deal out of it. I just get right back in there, right where I left off. It's not a big deal. He just didn't like the sound of that rasp. There, he's all right. There, notice how I didn't make a big deal out of it. I just picked it up as fast as I could. If they jerk it away from you, don't make a big deal out of it. Especially on a green horse like this, because he don't know. He just don't know.
It's not, he's not being offensive.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He's like, I don't like that. Now what I'll do is I'll hang that foot by the shin bone and just eyeball it for level. Let that foot hang where it needs to hang. Notice how he's okay. He's okay there. See how he's okay with that, see? I'm just gonna let it. I don't want him to take it away. A lot of times when you hang their foot like that, they think you're letting it down and they'll kind of take it away from you. So I'll pinch right there and pick up his foot like that. Right here is kind of an area that you need to make sure you get cleaned out. Right there, see? Get that real hygienic so it kind of cleans itself out.
What do you think about maybe horse trainers that say, well, I'm not as savvy when it comes to shoeing or trimming, just the way a foot should be?
I understand that. And that's okay. Just make sure you get a farrier that's really patient and does like I'm doing. A lot of them will drug them. They'll drug them, and that'd be like me getting you drunk and trying to teach you math. That don't work in my book. It doesn't. It's not what I want to do. So.
And maybe even if they just do some of the basic maneuvers.
Yeah, you don't have to just pick his foot up like this and slap his foot and
get him comfortable.
Yeah, teach him that this kind of, anybody can do this kind of stuff. You don't even have to know what you're doing.
And I think, really even farriers, even if, like you said, they've got a lot to do in a day or they're busy or whatever, but it'll go a long way with their clients if they take the time, and they'll establish a good relationship with their client if they take the time.
Yeah, and And the main thing is just don't be in a big old hurry. Even if you gotta pay your farrier double, it doesn't matter. A lot of times my horses, my colts, the second shoeing, they'll stand better than broke horses. And the reason why is because they haven't learned how to lean on me and jerk their foot away. Drugging horses, I'm not saying never, but I have never done it. I've never drug a horse. I've never drug a horse to shoe him. Now I've drug him behind the pickup. No,
oh my gosh.
Ha!
It's not even funny.
No, I've never done that. But I'm just saying, now some horses are in so much pain they can't hardly stand with their leg up, and you have to give them some kind of a something. But if it's just between the ears, let's say they just are obstinate and you can't shoe, and I've heard well, throw them on the ground and tie them up. If you're throwing a horse down on the ground to shoe him, well, you do whatever you want to do. I don't care. But you ain't teaching them nothing. Laying a horse down is one thing. Throwing a horse down and shoeing them, trying to teach them to be shod is another. Anyway, but if you got a problem with the front feet, that's what I do. I carry a leg hobble with you if you're a pro farrier. Hobble the front foot up. You can trim them and rasp them and nail a shoe on with that foot hobbled up. I wouldn't do it all at one time, go back and forth a little. But that will keep them horses from jerking that foot away from you and sticking a nail in your leg. Okay, now I got my shoe shaped, ready to go. One thing that I didn't mention is that I usually always fly spray them, because you don't need to be jacking around with flies while you're doing this. But it's really cool this morning, so I didn't have to fly spray. Okay, so I like where I'm going. A lot of times I'll go like that, just so he'll know the tapping sound before I go to nailing. Good, he handled that real well. Very first nail, he did real good with it, okay? He was really proud of that. Really proud of him. He did really good. Good. He did really good with that. I bend the nails over. So I don't get a nail. So I don't get a nail stuck in my. Hear him blowing like that? That's really good. Whoa. Thought he'd follow me. Now he's got some flare to his foot. I'm gonna rasp that flare off here in a minute. I'm gonna make sure I get but I know there's no daylight under that shoe. You can burn them in there, that's okay. Sometimes they don't like that smoke. Sometimes they don't like the smoke. But that's okay. Pretty good shape there. Good, he did real good with that. Knock them nails over so that I'm not going to get one stuck in my leg. Good. Just like that. Good. Great. Now, he's got some flair and kind of some unusual shape to his foot. Not a lot, just he's never had his foot brought forward either. So this will be a first time for him. So I'm just gonna ask for it. Sometimes I don't like this. I'm gonna hold it with my knee. See, in the back, see? Just like I hold it with my knees like that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. See how he don't really like that? So I got my, sometimes, whoa, 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 whoa. She kind of wants to bite me. Easy now. Good boy.
He wants to nibble on your ear.
I just let him smell me. I don't want him. See, I'm holding his foot with my knees, see? I'm holding it on the stand. See? See how that's working? Kind of like that. If he gets it jerked away from me, it's not the end of the world. Put my knee back here, see? You can shape the foot first, and that's okay too. There, that's not too shabby. Looks pretty decent. But that was a good example of you seeing a horse, he got a little upset. I just did make a big deal out of it. Just pull his foot forward. Make sure that's, oh, sorry. I'll let him smell me. It's okay. Even if you gotta hold it on there a little. Let him smell you. I think he liked. Whoop. Good boy. Good boy.
I think he likes that new beard oil you're
I
using.
think you like my hair treatment. Come on now. Come on. There you go. Come on now. It's okay.
Didn't you say horses are in the beaver family?
Huh?
Didn't you say horses are in the beaver family?
So he's just smelling my. There, he's licking his lips. I can tell when he's gonna bite me. Easy. See, like right there, he thought about biting me. He's doing good. He doesn't feel. If you have to hold it with your hand, keep your knees bent. Always keep your knees bent.
So why did you decide to go ahead and shape them now before just putting all the nails on?
Because gets a nice symmetrical. Oh, son, he got scared there a little. Just has a nice symmetrical look. As I was tacking the shoe on, I could see, I knew which flare as it was sticking out. I knew how much to take. I got a little bit more here. What I like to do, I either like to shape it before I put the shoe on,
mm-hmm.
or what I do is I put 2 nails in, and then I shape it like that, so the nails aren't in the way.
Gotcha.
Then I go back and I can drive my other nails, see, without worrying about
They all have to
Okay, so
check out the stand.
They
all got to check out the stand.
now I'm going to go over here. Sometimes you can reach down there and grab the hair. It'll help. And then I go like this. See? And then I'll nail the...
How many nails do you put in?
Oh, I'm going to put, I'll put 6 in. You can do whatever you want to do.
6 sounds good.
Good, he's doing really good. If he was really bothered, I would just drive a couple nails and put it down. You know, because he's trying. You know, if he was really bothered. But he seems to be handling it okay. So, oh, sorry, I can feel him kind of pulling away. Sometimes, easy, bud. Many times, like a lot of times on like an old horse that's kind of hurting and he's kind of wanting to put his foot down, and you're like, one more nail, one more nail, one more nail, and then boom, they'll pull it away and rip a nail through your leg or through your hand. But notice how I'm real fair in what I'm asking. I'm not asking for him to hold that foot up there forever, you know. I'm just asking him to try, see? There, see? Good. He's doing exceptional. He's doing really well. I'm really happy with his progress. He's kind of, you learn to have eyes in the back of your head because you get bit. These Mustangs are pretty mousy and they like to bite. It's just the way they are. That's the way they communicate. It's just the way they are. Okay, so now, see how good he's doing? I quit while I'm ahead. Now, I'm going to use my clinching block, okay? And usually, when you use your clinching block, that's a lot of times when they don't like it, because it kind of puts some pressure on them a little bit. The clacking is pretty. Okay, so here we go. Here we go again. I'm gonna ask him for it. There he goes. He gives it to me. He's doing good. I'll do something like that so he's okay with that. Okay. Now when I hit it with the clinching block, there, he's doing really good. He's actually doing exceptional. A lot of green horses don't like that vibrating on their foot. They don't like that clacking like that. Perfect, good job. But I have picked up his feet and let him down here, I don't know, probably 20 times each. I don't just sit there and camp on that foot like most pro farriers do. I really want to help. He's helping me, so I'm going to help him. See, I don't tippy-toe around him, but at the same time, I'm not asking more than he can deliver. Okay, good. So see, every time, a lot of times, you see him licking his lips. A lot of times you go to put that foot down like that. He'll lick his lips and he's happy. He's just happy, you know. Okay. So now I'm gonna clench the nails. Easy, old buddy. Same thing. I'm gonna pull his foot forward. A lot of times, pulling the foot forward gives you just as much grief as pulling it backwards. But he's doing really well. He's doing really. He doesn't seem too bothered. See how I got my knee behind. See how I got my knee behind him there. Kind of support him a little bit. I put my other knee up against her like that. See? Just like that. Hand me that good rasp over on the tailgate. Okay. And I'll kind of further dress the foot up just a little. Easy, buddy. Easy. Easy. Easy now. See how fast I just caught that foot? I didn't make a big deal out of it. And then I set it down. Okay. And then, I mean, that ain't bad for his first shoe. There's a little bit of flare out there that needs to go next time, you know. I'll catch it on the next shoeing. But he's really behaving himself nicely. I can tell just by his whole demeanor that he's pretty relaxed about this and happy. Now, whether you're a proponent, whether you're a shoe horse, whether you're a barefoot person or not, that's not the point. The point is, can he handle metal clacking on his foot? Can he handle that pressure? You may never shoe your horse. You may never shoe him. But can he handle, if you ever had to shoe him, would he stand for it? See? Okay. Okay, that didn't take very long. I don't know what it take. Beginning to end, probably 30 to 40 minutes. His blood pressure ain't up. My blood pressure ain't up. No cussing, no fussing. He knows what it's like to have shoes on now. And I'll shoe his hinds. It's a little different deal shoeing the hinds for the first time, and I'll show you how I go about doing that. But all in all, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say that was a 10 for a Mustang as far as exceptional. But I didn't just push him off the deep end either, you know. So you see he's working his mouth. He's pretty happy about it. Adios, friends. Like me. Do you like me? Well, then subscribe.